Mhm. Hi, it's 9 o'clock already. Well, 2 minutes to. 4 people on. Jesus, good. What are these little dots are? Nice to see you here. Keith Barry, it's lovely to sit down with a nice cup of tea and listen to your guidance. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Keith. Keith Barry. Keep up the great work. It helps so many people I can only imagine in this crazy world. Thank you so much. I wish I'd had something like this. I never really thought about looking at YouTube, Google, anything. I did a very lonely time, 5 years between my lonely time 2014 and 2019 when I was just drinking self-medicating, really. Hello, Observer. Hope you're well. So yeah, it's nice to, hi everyone. It's nice to have something like this for people to just maybe hone in on a little bit and a bit of accountability, a bit of a catch up. Hi, Leslie, how are you? How's Paris been? It's been another lovely day here. We've had a really good summer, to be honest. It's quite surprising. John Doe, hiya, how you doing? Hey, good evening. Everyone's bang on time. It's 1 minute to hi Neil, 1 to 9. Frank, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm really pleased we've got quite a lot of regulars here. It means it's a good committed group of people. And that's what you need. And there's a lot of knowledge on here, like I said the other night. I think we're going to talk about tonight, and a few more people join us. A couple of people asked, I think, I can't remember who it was, and then Samantha asked about, touch on the subject, what do you do when you stop drinking? What do you do? Yeah, everyone's well too. It's been quite a nice day. Quite a relaxed day, actually. Quite a busy few weeks. Just doing this and that and the other. The WhatsApp group's going on really well. If you're interested in a look at that, just text me on this number. There's a lot of interaction on there, that WhatsApp group, because it's going all the time, It's not just when I'm there. To join WhatsApp group. If you want to join it, then just get in touch, on this number. +44 if you're outside the UK, of course. Rainsborough, Libandian, how are you doing, Alex? Nice to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're okay too. Yeah, really good, thanks. Observer. Dennis Maloney, 0 beer o'clock. You're right, yeah. Good evening, everyone. Beef and chicken, hi, spot on time as always. Top moderator. Thanks to all the moderators, actually, there's 3 of them. Hi, Samara, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Well, there's maybe 50 on. We'll start the chat probably. We're going to try and talk about Jeff Kimmy. Hi, you've just dropped me in again. I'm actively studying, but I want to start with it often. You sit in my corner, isn't you? That's fine, Jeff. Like I said, I do one-to-one program. There's a link to it in the description of all the videos. If you want to have a look at that. Daniel, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Yes, the subject last night was brought up by a couple of people was how do you fill in the time? What do you do when you stop drinking? What do you do? I mean, I don't know if you've got any ideas what they did or what they were planning to do, but the only way I could fill my time in was I got a what was it about? Oh, you look so welcome back to that post. It was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah. Catherine, hi Steve, how you doing? Nice to see you. When the post I put up was when I was really ill, I was ill like that for about 2 years, until things started by some miracle to get a little bit better. Kaz, hi, nice to see you. You're back. Missed you last night, actually. Hope you're well. Kaz? Oh, you knew it, Observer. Yeah, the difference is massive. Thanks. I put weight on. I went down about 9 stone at 6 foot odd, It's incredible. If you look at the posts, it's incredibly bad what a state I was. I think it was a few weeks from death, to be honest. And even though Steve Jones smoke, there was hi Steve. I listened last night and I was looking forward to tonight's good. That's good. I'm pleased that it's sort of breaking new ground with it. I thought maybe every night or most nights would be too much because you do check on ChatGPT and Google and also do once a week, but I don't think once a week's enough. When you're in active addiction or even when you're in early recovery, you need something to focus on. It's a long day, isn't it? Because John Doe, come and go. Yeah, I've seen it before, so yeah. So what do you do all the time when you're not drinking? Because you've got a lot of spare time. I would say 50, 60 hours a week to fill because a lot of the time that when you drink, you spend recovering, don't you? And you've got to feel that because you've got to feel better. It's immediately, really, within the first few weeks, just getting a sober feel. Hello, Frank. Brilliant donation. That's first donation of the evening. Thanks so much, Frank. Been a fantastic support here. If anybody else wants to support the channel, if you get some value out of the lives, please drop a super chat, as Frank has. And the coffee link is pinned to the top here if you want to buy a coffee to support us. Thank you. Or support me. Thanks very much. Because we're coming on every night. We're all coming on, aren't we? Thanks to everybody. Car's night for me last night and casual on the phone. Brilliant. Radio night. It's a good idea, radio night. Charlie, that evening. Bernadette, hi Stephen, all your lovely people. Thanks very much, Bernadette. Welcome back, Observer. James K. I consider myself to have unhealthy relationships with drink. I enjoy too much to stop altogether. I'm on my one thing in this. I was like that when I was younger, James. Oh, God. Thanks again, Frank, for that donation. Super chat, really, really impressive. Thank you. I think that I was in that frame of mind that I enjoyed it too much, I didn't want to give it up, which is a wrong thing to say. It's like telling somebody when they're 25 to save for a pension. You think, oh, I'm never going to be 55. When I joined the police, we couldn't join unless we signed the pension agreement, which fortunately I joined at that time. If there'd been an opt-out, I probably wouldn't have done it. So it's a bit like when you're drinking. You think, oh, I'm only young. I've got another few years of heavy drinking. Why not? Another donation. Thanks so much. Another super chat. These super chats are fantastic. It really helped me keep going with this because it takes a bit of effort and a few bits of equipment and all that sort of thing, some lighting and things. Thanks very much, Why not? Superb donation, that and Frank as well. Cheers. Anybody else wants to drop a super chat in, please do. It's really, really helpful, that. James, because I have an unhealthy relationship with drink. You enjoy it too much. I enjoyed it too much. We don't think we're ever going to be 50 or 60 or 70, do we? But it comes around like that. So you've got to think about your health mainly. Because without your health, you have nothing. Observer, yes, Steve, I come and go. You look so good, mate. I love being here. Exactly, of course. Thanks, Observer. Nice to see you. Frank, you're welcome, Stephen. A few, Bob, the price for a pint is the minimum and helps the channel go. That's really good. That's a fantastic quote, Frank. £5 the price for a pint, isn't it? It keeps us going. Hopefully keeps everybody healthy. I mean, I think we'll save lives in here because I've got the bottom of the bottle, and I think looking at the photographs when I look back to when I was taken in the hospital or just after that, I looked so ill. Even the doctors were giving me about a year to live, because I had decompensated liver cirrhosis, which is when all the symptoms build up, then you've got a problem when you've got this fluid build up. It's not good. So thanks again, Frank, and thanks again, Wanna's Hump, for the super chats. Yeah, you've got to be very careful because it creeps up when you're this, and suddenly it's like a train getting faster. It doesn't slow down; it gets faster, and the illness is just compound. You want to see a few Stopping drinking is the hardest and most rewarding divorce. End of story. This month, yeah, 100% to get rid of it, get the freedom back is the main thing, isn't it? You're free to do what you want. Hi, Jonathan Gould. Nice to see you. Richard Bruce. Hi, Stephen. Good evening. How are you doing, Richard? Good to see you. Look, Brando, all weekends harder when you're on the wagon. For some people, yeah, that's why I call it relapse Friday, really. But then again, when you're a heavy drinker, any night's bad, isn't it? Any day. I was just talking to somebody today, chap from Liverpool, who rang up to do some one-to-one stuff, and he said basically he was going on holiday this weekend, and he was really worried about relapse because it's hard on holiday because you're away from prying eyes. The tendency is just to try one. Even after all that happened with me, I started to go away a little bit on my own. 2022. I thought, I'd like to have one, but I didn't. So I thought if I have one, I'll be drinking on the plane the way back. So holidays are a problem. It's any time really, but certain times of the year are worse. Probably Christmas and New Year, that sort of thing. Weekends probably are as well. Yeah, McBrando, just to clarify that. Which was busy in my head. I know what you mean. John Doe, I love that there's so many success stories here. Unfortunately, I'm not an acrobat, but hopefully so you will get there. My aim is to get everybody there. Because if I can do it on death's door, then you can do it. I mean, Leslie has had a liver transplant. So Marina was pretty bad as well. You know, a lot of people have been down at the bottom of the bottle. Dennis, I remember at 15 saying, I only smoke 10 cigarettes a day. I like them, but I can stop any time I want. I've never remembered the day I got 100% addicted to cigarettes, but I did. Yeah, it's the same with drinking. You never forget exactly when. Beef and chicken, endorsing those super chats to Frank, and why not? Thanks very much. Yeah, Dennis, it is a thing that creeps up. You never think you're going to be addicted. We don't start out on a Tuesday when we're 18 saying, oh, well, let's get to the point where we're going to die with alcohol poisoning or alcohol related disease or high blood pressure or cancers because of alcohol. Observe by the channel, but I need it for drink. I'm not going to lie. That's no problem. I'll observe you fine. Thanks for everybody for being here. You can be here, say what you like. It's very open, very non-judgmental. I mean, we've heard some horror stories, and we hear a lot more because of stuff I haven't told you that yet, and maybe you're not ready for it. But it's really, really depressing. Alcohol is, and I'm a different person now. I think it even affected me when I was younger. It took my personality down to levels I never even thought I could get to. Really. A life mine. Hello, Steve. Did you cold turkey the drink, or did you wean it off a cold turkey a couple of times and had seizures? Then I managed to get some medication, and I couldn't get any medication in 2014, and I self-medicated for 5 years, and then nearly died. So it's a hard thing. It's hard to come off alcohol quickly. That's why it's dangerous, too dangerous. So John Doe, it's entirely in your hands. It's no brainer. Yeah, you've got to try and get off it. Rains Bunyan, it's the same. I'm the same observer. I'm very stingy, so half when left for booze is beyond pathetic. Well, that's what happens. You get desperate. It takes everything from you. Catherine, I'm sick today and I was doing so well. I feel awful. This happens all the time, Catherine. Don't beat yourself up about it, you know. It's one of those things that happens to us. It's a part of the learning curve, but keep coming on here, keep positive, keep doing some research. The key is to eat, get to bed early, and have plenty of water if you can. Lying down in bed, you should be safe enough. As long as you're not just stopping suddenly. Taper off if you can. You must have felt physically sick. Oh, it was terrible when I was ill. I felt so weak and so dizzy and fatigued all the time, you know. Catherine, so sorry to hear that. Yeah, Catherine, we'll get you back. You're welcome, Catherine. Honestly, you'll be fine. Just stick with it. Keep strong. Keep your mindset. Anybody who's in the middle of all this and keep relapsing, and you try and turn everything that you think about alcohol into the negative. Once you think about the negative, then the reward of having a drink or the pleasure senses will just disappear. Because I'll think about how ill I would be, and it would only be ill for a short time. I'd be dead within a short time. Simple as that. Thanks, Stephen. Hey, welcome. John Doe, we'll get there eventually, of course you will. We'll get there quicker if you come in here, because we're all in the same boat. We are not doctors, okay? Not as far as I'm aware. But I guarantee that we know more than a doctor about how we feel, especially in hangovers and withdrawal, and also cravings and emotional stress and all that sort of thing. Because we're all similar people, you see. We're all overthinkers, caring, pretty affable, able people, but we just weaken. That's the problem. Which is half a bottle of rum in the fridge. Fine. Yeah, keep off it. All it's going to do is make you sleepy and make you feel fucking dreadful tomorrow. Tell you, Mark, my low point was getting nicked for drink driving. Oh, yes, it's awful when you get. I imagine it's awful when you get your license taken away. Horrible. Catherine, I love the chat. It really helps me. You're welcome. Tell you, did Steve rescue? No. Funny enough, I wasn't really into traffic stuff. I was more into crime. I didn't join to nick old ladies for drink drive. You know what I mean? Or men. I mean, if something happens, then you've got to deal with it. But I knew certain officers who would go all the way to, specialise in traffic and drink drive. I wasn't interested in that. Tell you what, I fell flat on my face during the walk in a straight line test. Is that in America? The visitor said, "Look, you can't even walk." And I said, "Good." I took the car then. Oh, God, yeah. Samantha, good evening. How are you? I say. I'm going to just address the question that you brought up, which we also brought up last night, about how do we replace the drinking, the time we've got spare. And if anybody's got any insight into that than throw it in. Grant Tony, good evening. And as I said before, my main thing was I had so much time spare. When I got out of hospital, I felt terribly weak, so I started to exercise a little bit, and then the hotel gym helps, where you can just sit around, but it gets you out of the house, as it were, and it gets you into a more healthy atmosphere, environment. Really, you don't have to be lifting weights and things. You can just go and have a swim or a steam or a sauna, something like that. And you meet the people, there's somebody to talk to. You learn a little bit more about healthy eating, take some fruit in and all that sort of thing. That's what I did. Other people will have other hobbies and interests. If you get in a garden, grow plants or do something. But you must keep active. Your mind must be kept active. Get a newspaper, do some YouTubing, whatever. Do some research, think about starting a business up or whatever. But you must keep out of the pub and keep away from people who will pull you back. And try and mix with people who you aspire to be like them. Healthy and happy, really. Depends on your age. I work all day and don't have much free time. That's fair enough. I'm glad you didn't recognise traffic bullshit as actual crime. Well, it isn't crime, is it? I agree, John. But some people do specialise. Dennis, I stop cigarettes, light drugs, hard drugs, and healthy eating and drink. Hard drugs were worse to kick immediate short term. Drink is the hardest to stay off. I've heard that, yeah. I never took any other drugs other than alcohol, but I did a lot of alcohol. Walking helps. Cheers, Neil. I want to stop. It feels like the cycle is never ending. I'm just binge drinking weekends. Try and just tone it down then. The weekends, maybe. Have a instead of thinking, well, when I have 15, I'm going to have 10. Don't do that. Think about, I'm going to binge a bit. Sounds a bit crazy, this, but don't go for so long. Cut the hours down that you're drinking. That's another thing you can do. Kaz says, feel better soon, Catherine. This is a beautiful community you're creating, Steve. Thanks, Observer. I appreciate that. Yeah, so what have you done in recovery to get or to fill in that time? Because if you don't fill in the time, I guarantee quickly then you will relapse out of boredom. That's the problem. I've got a friend who had pancreatitis twice and was in ICU twice. He was off for about a year, and then he got very bored, and then he relapsed to half a beer here and there. Next week, 2 pints here and there, and now he's full blown 10 a.m. 10 p.m. Wetherspoons drinker. There you go. He won't last long. He takes 17 tablets a day, every day, to keep alive or stay alive. And I don't take any. So there you go. Manchester 999, I do the same. So member of a hotel gym with pool. Yeah, I see that this is great, the hotel pool and gym, because it's a men's shed and a chance to share how I'm feeling. Yeah, it is. It's good. I actually joined a church as well. They're very open-minded. Brilliant. That's what you need to do. Do something that will take your time up. Weekends is better than every day. From John Richard Bruce, hi Catherine, missed you the other night. Tell you about the problem with cutting the drinking hours down is people who turn into those Americans who go to all you need buffet. Yeah, what do you mean? I'll just eat as much as I can. Some drinkers. Yeah. You're right, in a way. James, I've cut down recently. I was going drinking Friday night to Saturday night without sleep. Now I get to sleep on Friday night. Yeah, you just cut it down a bit. That's your best policy on that. So we've got 62 people in 18 minutes. That's good. My goal is to hit 100 quite soon. I think we can do it. Rains by neon. For me, it's unfathomable to be sober as I live alone. My mind is always ticking. Yeah, I think we're definitely overthinkers, alcoholics. Definitely overthinkers. There's buy coconut water, BAI coconut water, but the other flavours are good too. Don't have about that. Any other hobbies that people have come across or reinvent? I know Dottie, who's on here a lot, she does a lot of knitting, and I wouldn't do that, but my mother taught me to knit when I was a kid. That's a bit of an aside. You've got to do something with your time. Otherwise you will, guarantee you will relapse. Plain fresco rice, nice. James, keep trying. You'll be fine. We'll all be fine if we stick together. There's safety and strength in numbers, You can't do this alone. Do you think you're born an alcoholic with alcoholism? James, do you think you're born an alcoholic or with alcoholism? No. To me, I think it's It's a habit which turns into addiction through overuse. I think it's a personality thing. I think we're born with the personalities we've got. Obviously, it's human nature to be an overthinker, be a worrier, have anxiety. I've got kids at school who are much more confident than me. And a lot of them have turned into alcoholics. So it's it's not just because you drink because of anxiety. There's lots of reasons. And mainly that was because everyone else did it, and then the habit becomes an addiction. James, none of my family were alcoholics. Know me. I don't mean John Dose. I don't mean weekend binge drinking is good. I meant it's better than every day. It is. Of course it is, yeah. Every day drinking is what killed me, nearly, as it were. Rome was built in a day. You have to start off making small changes and keep adding a small change everywhere too. That's it. What you got to do is basically, when you come off the booze, or to stay off the booze, you have to find something more important to yourself than the drink. That's the key. James, I'm an anxious person, naturally, and shy. Well, I think I was that? Maybe my partner would beg to differ on that one, and so I wasn't shy, but I'm maybe a little bit shy when I was young. A little bit. I played in a band when I was 16, so I wasn't that shy. But I was a little bit anxious. And I was thrown into the world of policing central London and being a policeman anyway at a very young age. And you go with the flow and you get confident and you're with older guys, more seasoned drinkers and all sorts of things. You become part of a club. It's a bit like the sub-mariner will say as well. Forces are like that. But then again, the solicitors are like that, the doctors are like that. Lots of people drink. Social workers, people work for the tax office, mechanics, plumbers, electricians. There's lots of people who drink. Dentists. Yes, he was totally right. We don't understand it, so it becomes a problem. Yeah, you don't. It sort of creeps up on you. Rich used to drink clubbing. May said the spirit drink was the best idea. Wow, look at that. When you're stood over Beachy Head Cliff and you have no money worries, own house and car, luckily for me, slipped backwards in the brambles and survived against everyone. That's when it hit rock bottom. Wow. So Peter, you've been at the edge there, haven't you? Read Peter's story there. Yes, he was totally right. We don't understand the problem. Peter, it was the same for me. Wow, feeling so ill and depressed. A lot of suicides, because of alcohol. That's why you got to be on here. We'll keep you out of it. Keep positive. James, I'm going through this and trying to qualify as a accountant still. It is difficult. Every day becomes difficult when you drink because drinking is a full-time job, isn't it? I put more hours into drinking than anything else in my time. Even though I only drank, bear in mind, for the last 20 years, I've only drunk 5. But prior to that, I was drinking a lot because I've been on, obviously. I've had that 8 years spell off. Then I've been off 6, 9 years, then 6 years, that's 15, drank 5. So I haven't drunk that much, but my damage apparently, which isn't now a lot better, the doctor said to me that it was done when I was young. So I said, I've been off for 8 years. Has that 8 years of sobriety helped me? And all he said was, not really. What's helped you is your overall fitness, the fact you didn't smoke. But the damage is still on the liver a bit. And the scoring will not go. But as long as you keep yourself fit, healthy, and you don't drink, then you'll live as long as everybody else. Maybe longer in some cases, because I think we overcompensate with our health. We're not drinking, are we? Most people have some sort of alcohol once a week. A lot of people have it once a day. The social drinkers, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. We don't have any. So we're sort of squeaky clean, aren't we? And because we're not drinking, we tend to maybe go to the gym, do more walking. We'll probably sleep better. I've got these massive advantages over people who even socially drink. So we're part of the elite minority, or the exclusive minority, aren't we? James, I was drinking every day like 5 years ago, so I know I can go there. Shit goes, I know what you're saying. Be a great view at the top of Beachy Head. If you benefit from these lives, please feel free to drop a super chat in. It doesn't have to be a lot, it's just a little donation with Frank's done one, and why not? Just put one in as well. On the coffee link is pinned at the top. There's no adverts on any of these lives. Emma, do you do one-to-one help? Yeah, Emma, I do. If you text me this number, I'll give you the details. I don't know where you are. If you're outside the UK, then it's +44. There's also a link, Emma, in all of the descriptions of the videos on the YouTube site. So if you haven't had a look at those, please have a look at the videos as well. I've done some new videos. I'll do one every day. And there's always different subjects. Because I could talk for 1,000 years over alcohol because it's so complex and so many. It affects you every day, isn't it? So many stories you can come up with. I remember different things every time I speak about it. To be fair, different scenarios about getting lost and losing things and blacking out and having problems in the underground and nearly getting the fights off duty and all this sort of thing. Tracy Platt, evening everyone. How are you doing, Tracy? Observer Emma, I hope you're okay. But text me, Emma, on that number. James says strong, you have a great future. Yeah, of course. I think a lot of us have been to that point, Pierre, you know. I mean, I Googled things I shouldn't have Googled. Not because I was ill with the drink, it was after that when I was trying to recover. I was in a hospital all the time. I thought I'm never going to get any better. So it has this massive impact on your life. Richard Burns, I was near Glasgow buying aftershock in the late 90s. All these weird drinks. Apparently these alcohol pops are coming back, you know. And I never really got into them. Mine was lagers and a bit of Guinness. Oh, I think Guinness feeds you. Apparently that's what I was told. I didn't eat much at all. I don't know if anybody's else has had that problem. Again, back to the original question. How do we fill in our time when we stop drinking? How do we do it? You've got to find something to take your mind off the booze. Because if you carry on drinking, you're going to be disabled, you're going to have an early death. And your quality of life is going to be disrupted, isn't it? I've got an uncle actually, it's a partner of my cousin. He was 83, I think. He travels all over, he's fit. He doesn't drink very much. And that's what you want. You want to be thinking, God, I can go wherever I want in 20 years' time, 30 years' time. Tell me, you ever heard of White Clothes? No, I haven't actually. John James, stay strong. Beijing Stoke Steve, copy and paste that song. Okay, I don't know where that comes from. Which song? Text me now. I'll sort it out. I don't quite understand that. I've only had 2 hours of lager and a glass of wine a day. That's good. You're doing well. That was my favourite. So I know I need to stop drinking because the spiral is downwards. Like I said, get on the link on the videos and we'll do a one-to-one with you. I think it was aniseed. God, that's horrible, aniseed. My rock bottom was waking. This is from Leslie. My rock bottom was waking in the hospital. Stitches, blood transfusions due to my actions 6 years ago this December. And sober ever since. The struggle is real. Well, you're about the same as me. That was October 2019. It's very similar, Leslie. Bernadette Green. I'm sober 2.5 years and terrified at the thought of relapsing. Bernadette, again, needing help. Getting the link. So Emma asked if you had tried counselling in your recovery. I didn't see that, Samantha. Thanks for pointing out. I didn't, Emma, have any counselling at all. Maybe I should have thought about that. I didn't do that. I didn't. I must miss that. There's a lot of comments coming in. But thanks, Samantha, for keeping an eye on that. And Emma will contact me. That's good. Thank you. Catherine, thanks for that super chat. Really appreciate it. It helps the channel massively. Get some support and keeps us going. Thanks for that. So Emma, no, I didn't have any counselling, but maybe she's thinking about it now. I don't know. I'm sober now. Maybe it's too late. Maybe, you know, the panic is all caused by trauma and things. I haven't really looked into it in detail. Nikki, hi Stephen, everyone. I was at the top of Beachy Head earlier watching the air show. Red Hours waited. Fantastic on the Red Hours. Beaven Chicken, thank you, Catherine. Leslie, Julie. Look at activities in your region and choose to do one from time to time, right? And I can't. That's a good idea. Thanks, Leslie. Look up activities in your area, in your region. There's a lot more to life than the pub, you know. Thanks again, Catherine, for that super chat. If anybody else wants to drop a super chat in, please do. And there's also a buy me a coffee link at the top. This helps support the channel, keeps it going. It means I can do this every night if you need me to. Yeah, thanks, Leslie. Activities in your area. There's all sorts of things. Just Google it. That's a good idea. Tea, green, brown, wine into water. Give it a listen. Thanks, Steve. I'll have a look at that. Wine into water. John, James, you're in the same situation as me. But I've probably been doing it longer. Do one-to-one with Steve. He'll help you out. Thanks, John, for that recommendation. You'll find the link in the videos. Steve skipped counselling and became the counsellor. I think you're probably right. Yeah, thanks, Terry. Richard Bruce, Bombay Sapphire is a good mixer. That's a gin, isn't it? Yeah. Dennis Maloney, Steve saved me. Thanks for that, Dennis. Appreciate this. Steve saved me. I keep saying I'm 5 years dry, and I'm doing great. So good, I thought I would and should go back having one or two. No, you can't. I spent 6 months convincing myself of this. Right? Thanks, Dennis. You cannot go back. None of us can go back. None of us can go back. Is drinking alcohol-free beer cheating? No, I wouldn't say so because you've got no alcohol in it. It fills the gap, fills the habit a little bit. You know? It doesn't suit everybody, mind. That's the thing. So Mara had to hit rock bottom before I finally stopped drinking. The clue is to stop drinking before you hit the rock bottom. 100%. Yeah, I didn't know how to stop it either. Desmond, I found Steve on this channel the week I was about to start. Wow. Thank you again, Steve. Thanks, Dennis. A massive recommendation from Dennis there. See, that's a life saved, isn't it? Frank Foley. When alcoholic is in the pub, drinking money is no problem, but it's definitely a problem the next morning. Of course, as you have Brewer's Pocket, don't you, with all the change in it? Yes, Frank, that's true. Samantha McBrando, I don't think it's cheating as the issue is alcohol in the beer, not beer itself. Good point, Samantha. Yeah, I haven't had any issue with it, to be honest, but I know some people think it's going to trigger you. It hasn't triggered me, to be fair, because Samantha makes a good point there. It's the alcohol and not the beer itself. Thanks, Sam. Leslie Jolie, recently I went to horse races with my husband. We take €40, no credit card, and buy a hot dog, soda, and have a flare. Watching the horses thunder over the finish line gives you a buzz. Of course it does. It's brilliant. You've got to find things to do. That's it. Races, brilliant. You'll have more money. And as we know, more money gives you more choice. It's really a choice, isn't it? I think I was saving at least I was spending at least £1,000 a month. Probably more than that in London sometimes. It is crazy amount that I've spent on alcohol. Crazy. But at least I'm here now, you know. Stoic philosophy. I went on my recovery walk and talk this morning. The addicts help me just as much as I help them. When we think we know everything is when we do nothing. That's very true. Got to be vigilant all the time, haven't you? That's why I don't go to the pub, Frank. The off is more affordable. No, it's not cheating. I think it's great pity it's so expensive. You can get it from Wetherspoons for pretty cheap. Actually, Asda had an offer on Guinness Zero for £2.30 for 4 cans, which is pretty good. £11.98 for 10 cans. It's only the price of 2 pints, isn't it? So I'll see you all. Let's have a look at DB. I love a few cold Heineken Zeros, yeah? Or Erding is quite good, yeah? Nice and cold. And I'm fine the next day, and it means I can socialise like I used to and keep a pint in my hand so I don't feel awkward. Yeah, exactly. You're placing it's a habit thing, isn't it? Yeah. So I hope, thanks for everybody for being here. And if you do want to support the channel, then feel free to drop a super chat in. Buy me a coffee, links at the top. Kaz, observe if you can't be honest here, then you're not being honest with yourself. It's a good point. Yeah. Keith Barry, did the COVID lockdown help your recovery, or did it make your journey more challenging? This can be for everybody else, actually, because I fell ill with alcohol in end of October 2019. And the 2 years or so that COVID lasted, I was in that hospital. So I never actually saw it. Does that make sense? I saw it from the NHS perspective, because I was in hospital most of it. But I didn't see any other part of it. But I believe that it caused problem with people at home drinking more and more availability of time, because they didn't have to be on the underground, on the train, driving to the office. So I think a lot of alcoholism started then. And so, there was a lot of alcoholic hepatitis that around then. People just got hit with alcohol. The liver got hit and it caused lots of problems. John Doe, observer, we need positive people like you here. Yeah, very positive observer. Let's all be positive. We've got to be positive. That's our hope, isn't it? And Steve, if I may ask, why did you not go to the hospital any earlier, but wait until half dead? I sort of fought it, if that makes sense. I didn't want them to say, wow, come in here, you're dying. It actually crept up quicker than I thought. I thought I just had a bit of a beer, but then I started to think, God, it's getting a bit hard. And, you know, it's a weird one, though. It's a good question, though. Yeah, and there's probably a good bit of advice for other people. When you think you've got a problem, go to the A&E as soon as you can. Because I'll go and draw a hat now, if anything happened. But I managed, what am I not to be honest, but claim that's the immense power of addiction. It is, mind. It's incredibly powerful, isn't it? Keith, thanks to you. Observer, I'm still drinking while trying. You'll get there, Observer, don't worry. You will get there. Steve Jones drank himself to death in lockdown. Wow. John Doe. Yeah, so the lockdown thing was a problem for a lot of people. Like I said, because of the availability of time. Things started to be delivered then. And a lot of people think, well, actually, I didn't realise you could just get beer delivered as well from Asda or whatever. I think that's been a bit of an issue as well. It's been a difficult time for a lot of people. COVID thing, I believe. But like I said, I was removed from that because I was an us one. There's your crazy golf, watching old videos like Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, good old TV. I took a painting course, anything fun and not too expensive. Board games with friends, mending something, and new recipes. Yeah, lots of things you can do. Keith, I actually found COVID a great opportunity to avoid places like nightclubs and bars and actually exercise a lot during the lockdown. It's nice breathing. I picked up some helpful habits. Well, that's good. That's Keith's got a different spin on that. So Keith got more healthy during COVID. I know a lot of people got less healthy. That's good that you did that, Keith. Still good evening, pal. Yeah, so fill your day in with other things. Do a house more, clean your house, paint your flat, clean the car up, do something which is going to keep you busy. You think, God, that was hard work, but at least I've done it. You've achieved something. Go fishing. If you've been a fisherman, pick up an old guitar. You can get an old guitar from church for £10. Just do something, but don't pick up the first drink. You'll hear Paul Gascoigne say that. Don't pick up the first drink, even though he did many times. Do not pick up the first one because the first one will lead to more. Kevo Gunnar, Stephen, greetings from Madrid. Had my usual fill, the videos. Hello, Kevo, how are you doing? I bet it's nice and warm over there in Madrid. Is Bertie still in Dock? I don't know what's happened, Bertie. I think he was let out. But he hasn't reappeared, has he? He seems to disappear from the YouTube channel as well. Leslie, I'd stop reading, listening to music, exercise. No joy, no drive, no want. Now I walk daily, read weekly, and listen to all my favourite music again. Like lately, the man Van Morrison. Love Gaza. He is a legend. He's still around, thankfully. Yeah, you've got to replace it with something healthy. Because I can now relax without a drink. That's the key. You've got to be able to relax without a drink. If you want to support the channel, then please drop a super chat in or the coffee links at the top there, and it helps us keep going and keep things current and pretty dynamic. It's a very fast moving channel, which is really good. A lot of information to exchange, a lot of new joiners, and it's getting stronger every day. Christopher, from a sound sleep, I will hear a very loud bang or my name being called. It wakes me up. This may happen when no one is at home, but me, what do you think? Day 32. Sorry, day 230, sober age 70. I've had that before with a bit of a start. I don't know if that's just normal dreams or what, but I've had that. I sometimes feel like I'm in bed and like falling off a pavement, straight off a pavement. Just, oh God, what's going on here? It's weird, isn't it? It just sounds like you've opened your mind up to reality. Yeah, you've got to do stuff. Reality is doing normal things. And when you're sober, you'll enjoy things which you hated when you were in the drink, i.e. having a cup of coffee and being normal and having fish and chips. You didn't do any of those things. Things that are very simple looked very simple when I was drinking, like looking at the sky, are quite pleasurable now. Because when you're in the throes of, well, I would say active addiction, you don't find anything pleasurable. Life's a chore. Even before that, life's a chore. It's hard work being an addict. If anybody says otherwise, I'll be very surprised. It takes up all of your time, all of your energy, all of your thought process, and most of your cash as well. That's the problem. And you don't feel productive. You don't want to benefit yourself or better yourself. And you strive for average because you just want to fit in. And then you get past it and become vulnerable. That's even worse. Manchester 999. During the COVID, living on my own, I joined a Zoom meditation group based over in Hawaii. I still attend once a week. I find it good for perspective, not to take anxious thoughts too seriously. Well said, yeah. That's exactly done this morning. Go for a week to a one-star hotel for £200, €200, and spend 800 on alcohol and don't remember the holiday. Versus five-star hotel, you know, spend £200 pocket when you have an amazing holiday. Yeah, very true. That's good poster. We spend all this money going on these um, holidays and trips. We don't enjoy them at all. Come back with a massive headache and a big hole in your pocket when all the cash is gone. It's crazy what we did. All through the power of addiction. You see, I did a video tonight. You can't beat alcohol, but you can manage it. And you manage it by keeping off it and staying sober. That's the thing. So I'm not doing anything wrong by being here. I'm trying to deal with the madness I've embarrassed. Nobody's judging the observer. Don't worry about that. Stay where you are. You're welcome here. Yeah, you need to just come on when you want. Observer, you're very welcome here. Certainly by me and most of the other people. So don't overthink that one at home. Okay? Make sure you don't. McBride, what about poor alcoholics that can't fill that deal with middle class distractions? Poverty is a big influence. That's a very good point. A very good point. If you haven't got any money, you haven't got any choices, you can still go for a walk. You can still buy a fishing rod. And it's like people who say, I don't eat fruit because it takes too long to prepare. Well, it didn't take long to take the skin off a banana or bite into an apple. So I'll see where you come from, Brando, on that. But I didn't have a lot of money. I still don't. I still found that I could go for a walk, get some fresh air. You know what I mean? But I do see your point. DB, speaking of holidays, avoid all-inclusive like the plague. Oh, God, I only went and won it and he collapsed. You give more money to the local economy and go out and explore a lot more. You don't know all-inclusives. They're going by the by now or anything, I think. As my DB, absolutely doing the most mundane things will give you an endorphin boost and reward. Got to keep buying those endorphin and to get better. Observe it, ignore the negative. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Observer, keep coming and going, whatever you want to do. You're very welcome here. Okay? Okay, I can't see myself giving it up. It's a demon, right? That's what I would have said. I couldn't see myself giving it up 6 years ago. I had to. At some point, you will have to. You'll have to give it up or you'll be dead. It's as simple as that. Well, I realise my enemy, but maybe I'm weak. Best of luck. Bars and lasses. You're not weak. I'm not weak. I'm strong as an ox mentally and probably physically in better shape than I was 20 years ago. But I know it's always there. That's why you can't beat it. You've got to manage it. And you can get better. There's no way I would have thought of how the life I've got now a few years ago, even 20 years ago, because I was still controlled by the alcohol. Stoic, we like to say that we don't get to choose our parents, that they were given by chance. Yes, we can truly choose whose children we'd like to be. Yeah, good point. If you want to support the channel, please feel free to drop a super chat in or the coffee links at the top, and give us a massive support. Thanks to everyone for being here. So we filled a little bit in there about how to fill in time, what activities to do when you go drinking. The main thing is to look after yourself. And the first thing I would say is, well, 2 or 3 things. Food, obviously diet, some fitness. You don't have to go crazy and lift heavy weights. And try and get some sleep, good quality sleep. Even though I find that hard now, but sleep is a big healer, isn't it? Rest, recuperation. What's the first thing the doctor says when you work and you're stressed? Have a few days off. There's a sick note. And you go, oh, thank God for that. I don't have to go to work. There's nothing worse than ringing up the boss and saying, I don't feel well, And when the doctor gives you a sick note, it's like, you'll endorse this. Most of you, when you get a sick note from the doctor, you think, God, he's my friend. It's great, isn't it? Problem with that is I used to go on the booze. That's another story. The choice is give up drinking and have a good life instead of a miserable existence. Yeah, you don't see many people in Wetherspoons or other pubs early in the morning who look happy as Larry, do you? They all look really pissed off, miserable. Generally men with a copy of a paper they never read. Alex James Bertie, but I haven't seen Bertie around, to be honest, no. David Steve just want to say, you're a pearl of wisdom. Channels like yours have helped me To be mindful of drinking at 26. It's enough time to get my health in order and have a long, full life ahead. Of course you do. Well done. You recognise at that age, stick at it, John, don't stop, mate. That takes too much thought. Observe, it's all good. Yeah, 100%, Leslie. Thanks for keeping the observer in the link. And if you want to drop a super chat in, please do. The coffee link's at the top as well. Coffee is very good for protecting the liver. I don't know if you know that. Not too much of it. I tell you, I had today one of those cold coffee things. I got them. Cost only £2. Like a little can, and you put some. You do put the ice in, but they do. Put some ice in a glass and have it with a straw. It's nice. Shandy, evening all, enjoying the weekend. Good. Many more to come, Many more to come. I'm still adamant that we'll have a meeting in January and keep the super chats coming. The coffees, we'll get somewhere, hire a hall somewhere or a restaurant or something. We don't have to hire a restaurant, just need to book it, don't we? 50, 60 people, 100 people, hopefully. Yes, you do it now and you will regret it for sure. You never see a person who's got sober, who regrets it. But you see a lot of people who've kept on drinking who regret it. They didn't want to do it with you. They didn't want to support you. But when you get sober, they'll just disappear. John Doe, the last time I was in Wetherspoons was the 90s. I never liked the no atmosphere music. I know what you're saying. Well, it's just a place for alcoholics to hang out early in the day now, isn't it? 100% Catherine, meeting so many mindful people now and building a lovely community here. Yeah, it's good. If you go to any town at lunchtime, you will see loads of people walking around with a cup of coffee. Yeah, that's true. A cup of coffee, you will. Yeah, you'll see a lot of people because you get it's only about £1 for a cup of coffee. The trick to Wetherspoons coffee is this: get a latte or an Americano or something. Say a latte or flat white. Pour out about a third of it and put an espresso in it. That's what I'll be doing. Why go to Costa and pay like £4? Let's we'll see loads of people who won't know my coffee. You're right there, Frank. Okay, there's nothing better, in my opinion, than waking up fresh, alcohol free, then go on a session, and 2 days later, shaking in bed, drinking cans just to get back to normal. It's crazy, isn't it? Supervian Robert, thanks for that massive donation there. That's really good of you. Thanks so much for that. Supervian. Wow, thanks. Thank you so much. It helps the channel massively, that, really does. Thanks again. Supervian. Wow. Beef and chicken endorse that as well. Cheers, Robert. Appreciate it a lot. And all the other donations we've had as well. Had a few super chats. Thanks very much. It means a lot. It can make keep going every day and put more and more into the channel. Samantha has endorsed Robert's donation as well. Thank you, Robert, again. Beef and chicken as well. Maka, I regret getting on the booze last weekend after months of it. Back on track now. Nothing better than a weekend hangover free, of course. Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? Hangover free. It's actually incredible, isn't it? Really, when you've had a long time on the booze. I love waking up now. In fact, sometimes I don't even go to sleep really. I'm sort of missing out on this fear of missing out, Although recently I've been a bit more tired because I've been busy, but when you have a restful sleep and you wake up without a dry mouth, without a feeling of having a headache, without a feel a need for a drink, that's the key, isn't it? When you don't feel the need. Ben, hi Stu. Bertie, that's what's Bertie's back. Oh, hi Stu, same crap. It's not actually been quite good, Bertie, tonight. We missed you. How are you keeping? Beef and Chicken excerpt saw your epic comment on our dear friend's channel. Oh, is that? You'll have to tell me more about this Rick chap. So what's happening, Bertie? Are you back off the booze or on it or what? Because a lot of people have been asking about you. As you'll see from the comments, just follow in the next few minutes. Beef and Chicken, which one? There are so many. There's Bertie, how he is there. Well, let's find out how he is. Thanks again, Robert, for that donation, and everybody else who's put a super chat in. It really helps the channel, supports the channel, and it's good to see. Good to see you all here. I'm about 60. If I can get 100, it'd be even better. But what we've got at the moment is doing well. it's fast paced. It's a lot of questions going. Enoch's just bought a coffee as well. Thank you so much, Enoch, for that. It's on the screen. I can't express my gratitude enough to the people who've donated. Because it helps me to do this. Thanks again, Enoch and Robert and the others who've donated. Fantastic. My best friend is sober 6 years. She's 6 years clean. Right now, I've always got ruined. I'm trying with this addiction. My best friend is sober. She's 6 years clean with God. And I always ruin it. I'm trying with this addiction. She knows that. You'll get there, You will get there. Drop me a line. My number's on the description of all the videos. We'll see what I can do for you. Alex James, Bertie, mate, you were one of the main men. Back on the straight and narrow. Good lad. You see, he's back. Just messing around, didn't he? You made a bit of a name for yourself here, haven't you? Which is good. It's nice to have characters, You don't want bland people in here. We don't want all seriousness. There's got to be some hilarity. Life's not about seriousness. I have a fantastic time in life, especially with my partner, and just have a laugh. Because there's too many things can go wrong in life, and it's too short, isn't it, to start worrying about stuff, nonsense. Okay, we're going to leave in Las Vegas. Yeah, we saw it actually. Great fun for anyone that knows. Doesn't have to be hopeless or fair play to you, Steve, for putting it out. No problem, Kev. The only thing that I related to in the film was when he tried to write a check out, because I did that back when I was in the Met. Went to the bank early in the morning, early, 10 o'clock, and I was shaking. By the time I had a drink, early afternoon, I wrote a beautiful signature, like a Shakespearean, script. Observe, I saved you, Steve. Just not ready, unfortunately. Okay, observe whenever you're ready. There's no problem. Just be mindful of the fact that we're here to help you. You've got support here. And you've got support, you've got help, you've got hope, haven't you? And if you look at the post of how with our wars, and Leslie Jolie had a liver transplant, and she's back. So there you go. Can be done. Frank, I always say it's good to have a joker in every community. It keeps more, because it does. Yeah, we'll need more than one joker really in case he disappears again. We don't have a laugh, can we? Stoic philosophy. Next time you are afraid of some supposedly disastrous outcome, remember that if you don't control your impulses, if you lose self-control, you may be very source of the disaster. That's very true. It's brilliant, Steve. You get more viewers every day. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Like a good humour saves the day sometimes in life when things go wrong. Of course they do. You've got to have good humour. You can't be too serious. I don't like angry people. I don't like serious people. It sounds like I don't like anybody. But I do like people. I love some people, actually. Well, not many, but you know what I mean. At the end of the day, if you haven't got some light at the end of the tunnel, then what's the point of being here? There's a serious side to everything, but there's also a cheery side. We wouldn't have had masses of days and nights on the booze if there hadn't been some good points to it. But where the sort of the other end of it, we've done the good bits, and we now have to clean it up. Clean up our mess in a way, isn't it? That's a good title for a video, isn't it? How to clean up your mess. Like a good humour saves the day. Of course it does. It's amazing, really, how it's worked out on here. Just a few weeks, about 5 weeks now, and it's been good. I've enjoyed the session. I never thought I could do that again, because I like to see you all here, and I hope that we're generating some interest and saving some people as well. That's the thing, isn't it? There's nothing worse than feeling depressed. I mean, all those years I was drinking when I had difficulties at home and all that sort of thing, I just was down all the time. I've never been a down person, but people can put you down. And alcohol will do that as well. It'll make a situation much worse. Because when you get the anxiety, it's like impending doom, isn't it? You open a letter, it's going to be a problem. Everything's going to be a problem. Everything is going to be a problem. The impending doom, remember that. It doesn't exist. It's just a thought process. Dennis Money, 2 friends individually gave up years before me and looked down on them and laughed, thinking, why would anybody want to give up this fun? I think they were silly, not realizing they were now superior to me. Well, not superior, Dennis, but I know what you're saying, yeah. You've done it, and you've done well, Dennis, and focus on that. And the people who didn't give up, they're the ones who are going to suffer. So well done, Dennis. Scott Coleman. Went to the pub yesterday, huge event, Guinness Zeros in hand, had a cracking night and woke up sensation. Well done, Scott. Good lad. That's the way forward. Guinness Zero, not that I'm promoting Guinness, but that's the only one. Erding is good as well. There's other types. Michael Moran, evening all. How are you doing? Leslie, Kevin got an excellent movie. When a man loves a woman, and Andy Garcia and Meg Ryan is another great one. Let's have that. When a man loves a woman, we'll have a look at that. Story: yesterday's the past, tomorrow's the future. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I like that. You've got a lot of good quotes, Story, haven't you? Yeah, today. Oh yeah, today's the present, isn't it? Yeah. Tomorrow the future. I like that. It wasn't all bad in the beginning, but now the bad outweighs the good. Oh, of course it does, mentally and physically now. Okay, yeah. Drinking now is short-term gain for a very large pain, and that pain comes in the form of a disability and death, and that's a serious side of it. It's not good. Birdie, sorry if I upset you when I relapsed. No, you're fine now. Stoics just said, yesterday's the past. Yeah, let's live for the day of the gift which is present. So nice to see you today. Okay, we're going to thanks Leslie. I haven't seen it. How do you help one-to-one? If you go on the link, which is in the description, I'll do a video call with you, and I'll take it from there. Ben Diamond, you're doing a great job, Steve. Thanks, Ben, and thanks to everybody who comes on here as well, because we all contribute something to this. And if you want to drop a super chat in, please do, or the coffee links at the top. It helps support the channel as well, and it's getting stronger all the time. And this is the time of night when people feel like a drink, they feel lonely, they feel lost. And in the winter time, it's going to be worse for people. So we might have to be here more. Or we'll sort something out anyway. Now, you're a year off the ale next week, Steve, and some people are telling me they think I've become boring. Oh, time to F off, Michael. The only people who tell you that you're becoming boring are the ones who are bored themselves. You're doing a good job, Michael. You've been off for a year, right? That's fantastic. You'll fly past them now. They'll start to dislike you, but move on to people you want to be with, people on this channel, positive people, successful people, not the losers and the boozer who think you're boring, because you're not boring. You can have an exciting life. And I think we hurt for each other when we relapse on here, 100%, because we know how bad it is. Because relapsing isn't, as somebody said the other night, it's not hangover. You miss that out, and you go straight to serious withdrawal when you've relapsed. There was no medicine for your morals. If your morals are gone, you're up. You're gone. You go. That's fair enough. Yeah, well said. John Doe, Betty, take it easy, mate. Everyone has their problems. Of course, we all do. I thought I had thousands 6 years ago. Now I have very few. Or what I have, I can deal with. And I've got somebody who can help me deal with them as well. That's even better, you know. I was going to go for a bath. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset anyone. You didn't upset anybody. This is a place for chat. And tomorrow is another day. You know, we've got to be mindful. We're all adults here, aren't we? Sometimes some people get upset. Well, so what? We'll come back with strong people, aren't we? We've got to be strong to be here. Okay, see you later, Kaz. Michael, thanks, Steve. You're welcome, Michael. Dennis, thanks, Steve, for all your positive words to me. Anytime, Dennis, you're welcome. I'm glad you're sober. Scott Coleman, well done, Michael. Bugger them. Your body health and life will be looking so much brighter. Of course, it will. Your future's looking brighter as well. Kaz, not at all. Probably just misread. It's all good, brilliant. Stoic, are you the guy that writes for the greeting card manufacturers? I'm sure it's him, yeah. He writes the Prime Minister's speech. Speechwriter. Not for Donald Trump, of course. Too clever for that. I never saw the Putin-Trump thing last night. What a load of nonsense that was. Frank, good night, Stephen. I'm going to what match today? All right. Cheers, Frank. Thanks for the donation again, and thanks for all your support every evening. Good to see you on here. Right, another subject. Somebody mentioned, hello, Con, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Somebody mentioned how the alcohol affects the brain long term. I'm not an expert on this, but my brain seemed to come back reasonably, well, some people might not think so, reasonably quickly after I stopped, and my anxiety seemed to dissipate quite quick. Then I was able to work out things again. But when I was drinking, all of my brain was taken up with where, when I get the next drink, will I fall over? Have I got enough supply? Am I going to die? But when I stopped drinking, the brain was pretty damn good, to be fair. Frank probably should be even better without Gary Lineker. Yeah, it would be, yeah. Bertie, you want to win your life back. We fall so we can learn to pick ourselves back up. Don't apologise for being where we've all been. We're in this together. Well done for getting back. Yeah, I like that story. Well done. Evening Con again from Sub. So, yeah, where were we? Yeah, how alcohol affects the brain long term. If you get off the beer, the quicker you get off the beer, the quicker things will get better. It's something that's not really. Manchester 999, we don't have to believe our beliefs on our own. We don't on our own done things as they truly are. A supportive community helps us see clearly. That's a good point, yeah. It's very supportive, yeah. Nobody's going to put anybody else down because that's not the idea of it. It's all positive. Everyone on this channel will meet up next year in a restaurant and have a fucking good time and get more motivated when they come out of there to keep sober, keep healthy, and make some more money, or have a business, or keep going to work, or look after their kids better, or whatever they want to do. And just be motivated in life. What I'm trying to say, because you get motivation from other people, and mixing with the right people will lift you up. If you mix with the wrong people, it will bring you down. It's as simple as that. Same in relationships. It's the same everywhere, And now you get a bit older, a bit wiser, then you choose carefully. And that's what we're doing here. Buenas noches. Whatever that. Everyone will be okay. Thanks to you for making me realise I'm not alone. Good night, everyone. Blessing. Good night, Kevo. See you soon. Colin, yes, the meeting was absolutely pointless. Surprise. Right, there you go then. It's like a peer support group. It is, yeah, hopefully. Observer is still there. I hope so. Oh, yeah, another question from. Oh, yeah, it's another mental health again. Anxiety was my problem. That was the main thing. What alcohol really does to your liver? Well, alcohol creates fatty liver disease, first of all, then fibrosis and cirrhosis, doesn't it? Got a lot of comments to get through here. Google Dr. Ammons re-brain and alcohol. His research is 4 years. Plus 4 years. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Alex James. Yes, you haven't heard about Observer in a while. She's on earlier, but she maybe didn't gone off. No, I don't know. People can dip in and out for a while. I've only been going an hour. We'll go for a bit longer. People want me to. Thanks again, Enoch, for that coffee. If you want to buy a coffee, there's a coffee link at the top there to support the channel. Or if you want to drop a super chat in, that's fantastic as well. Just to support the channel, keep it going. I hope that every night's not too much. If it is, let me know, because there's so many things to talk about, so many questions coming. Even just doing this, things come up in the comments time and time again, with a different subject. Oh, thanks, Con, for that super chat donation. Really appreciate that. It really helps the channel out. Fantastic. Thank you. Spot on, Con. You're in Ireland, aren't you? That's what I'm aware. Cheers again, Con. Christopher Tate. Hi, Steve. I hope you're well and have a good day. Brilliant. I've had a great day. Thanks. Quite relaxed, actually. Funny enough. What happened? What went wrong today? Nothing. I didn't do much. That's why. The less you do, the less there is to go wrong. And no arguments, no road rage, nothing. Bit bizarre, really. That means tomorrow's going to be troublesome, doesn't it? Scott Coleman, good night. All you legends on that side of the world. Over away for a beautiful Sunday in Australia with the kids. Wow, fantastic. It's good that there's people from all over the world, isn't it? It's amazing, really. Thank you, Con. It's fantastic to get these donations. You've always got a little funny emoji on as well. Dennis Williams, I listened to a bad alcohol interviewed now on the dry. That's a good expression, now on the dry. And he said he now thinks of drink like, if I drink 4 hours a day, I'll lose 8 hours tomorrow. Yeah, I totally agree. That's the way to think of it. Short-term gain, long-term pain. Seaside Cloud, what was specific coverage? So that's somebody bought a membership there. Thanks very much for that as well. Got quite a few members on the channel now as well, which is good. And the WhatsApp group's grown as well, which is basically in addition to this, because the WhatsApp group will be 24 hours. and the more members we get, the more people's going to be on there. Because I guarantee you, all the times you wake up and you think about a question, it's either a Sunday night, or say Saturday, or Sunday morning when there's nobody about. There's somebody always on the WhatsApp group. See, my Google name is Enoch. You probably forgot. Oh, John, yeah, that's it. And you just want a coffee. Yeah, I do. I forget. There's quite a few people. Yeah, I know, John. You're a big, massive support. Thanks very much, mate. And I've spoken to you a few times. Cheers, Enoch, and cheers, Seaside Cloud. Richard Bruce, never be afraid to feel good. It's so true. Never be afraid to feel good. And when you walk into the pub, or when you see these people you used to drink with who now probably won't speak to you, just be superior, not superior. Just think, well, I'm doing better than him. You know what I'm saying? Leslie, Steve, I could send the information on Dr. Yemen if you'd like to do a video on that. Brian. Yeah, you could do. Send to that number above. If you just text it there. If you're outside the UK, it's obviously +44. I'll have a look at it and maybe delve into that subject. There's so many different subjects, part paragraph. It's a minefield, alcoholism. It's more complex than any other drug because so many people use it. That's the thing. I mean, percentage of people who drink in the UK is probably about 95%. Some people who drink something. Percentage of people who use heroin is probably 1%, isn't it? I might do a bit of research into that. As to the percentage of people who use certain drugs. I know that, but we all know alcohol is going to be massively high, don't we? And that's why there's so many social issues with it. Now, there's no social issues really with cannabis, is there? Not that I've ever dealt with it in a met. I mean, a little bit of possession, but that's even decriminalised now anyway. But all the fights, the public order situations, the football violence we used to deal with, especially England matches at Wembley and around the West End, because everyone floats in the West End, don't they? And when the Geordies came down, there's a pub called St James's, on Piccadilly Circus. I used to board that up. It would just get smashed up. It's all glass fronted pub. Alcohol and heart disease, somebody asked about. Well, it's going to raise your blood pressure, isn't it? And cause strokes, heart attacks, seizures, aneurysms, I think, as well, which is horrendous. If you dovetail that in with smoking as well, it's dreadful disease, dreadful disease. A lot of problems that people have. My main one, again, I go back to is anxiety. When you can't even focus on anything because all you can think about is the booze. Okay, we're going to come on the Magpies. Where do you live, Kev? They're doing quite well now. I haven't followed them for years. I used to go with my dad when I was a kid, but haven't been for a long time. Football matches. They're very expensive now, the season tickets, aren't they? I think that's the thing that's been taken away from maybe the working classes as well, you know. The fact that football is so bloody expensive to go to. Oh, yes, somebody asked about what? Oh, I don't have the figures here. The alcohol and cancer risk. Oh, we're very high. I believe it's linked to about 7 different cancers. Robert, thanks for that donation. Do age restrictions for alcohol really work? So easy to make a simple law and then not understanding why it was bought in the first place. Robert, I don't think the age restrictions have a lot of impact, to be fair. I really don't. A lot of people drink at home, give their kids drink at home, or they find it in the garage or something, you know. I think there should be more education in schools about alcohol. There's a lot of information about drugs, other drugs, but not particularly about alcohol. So I think there could be some work done on that one. Age restrictions, like I say, Robert, I'm not really sure about them. I don't think they make a lot of difference. Jack, I've seen people end up in psych wards from cannabis and get free antisocial. Yeah, I think there is an element of that, but on a sort of say NHS statistics, or even low and order statistically, there's not a lot of problems caused by it in comparison to alcohol. You know, I've never tried it. Well, I might try it once when I was drinking a lot in London, but I didn't smoke, so it had no effect on me at all. John Doe, a lot of people have been there and done that with all sorts of drugs. Alcohol is always still there, lingering and won't go away. Yeah, because it's the availability, isn't it? because it's socially acceptable. That's the issue, isn't it? And that's why it's hit no, it has hit a lot of us in society. I mean, alcohol-related deaths across all causes last year was the highest in the UK ever. That just speaks volumes, isn't it? Really. I hope you're all getting something out of these lives and get some value out of them. If you do, please drop a super chat, the coffee links there as well, if you'd like to support the channel. Dennis, everyone, before we go, please hit the thumbs up, Steve, to push the channel. Thanks. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Anybody who hasn't subscribed to the channel, please look at the channel as well and subscribe. There's some good videos on there. Oh, I think they're good. They basically answer a lot of questions, People ask a lot of questions, and that's surprising. I had lots of questions. Thanks for the thumbs up there. Cheers, Leslie. Cheers, Beef and Chicken. Leslie, cannabis is legal and available in the United States, everywhere, but less addictive, if at all, than alcohol, yeah. It doesn't cause major problems. It doesn't seem to. But I can see Jack's point of view. But it's rare that the psychotic side of it, I think. Alcohol is the main thing worldwide that causes problems. Stoic philosophy, another donation. Wow, thanks very much. So good of you, Stoic. Stoic says a true Stoic is someone who has elevated reason over emotion, and this in turn will lead to a virtuous life. Thanks for all you do, Steve. Thanks so much for that, Stoic. You've been amazing with your quotes and that, everyone's amazing on here, actually. I can't think of one person who hasn't contributed a lot to this, It's a hell of a group of people, this. Very skilled, and thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thanks for the skill and the time you put in, because it takes a bit of coming on here, doesn't it? I mean, I know I've got to keep talking, but it's not a problem for me. But other people have got things to do. Some people in the States are at work during the day, and they still manage to get on here. So you want to make a big effort, and I appreciate that. And supporting the channel like this with the super chats and the coffees makes it even even better, really. Keep going. We'll keep this going in the future, if that makes sense. Ethanol alcohol was rocket fuel, and it's also the alcohol that's produced in distilleries. That when you're drinking whiskey, vodka, and gin, yeah, rocket fuel. Jesus Christ. John Doe, Steve talks a lot of sense. People watch his old videos too. Thanks, John. There's about 1,400 videos on there. And it's quite a lot of interest. When I look back, I've only been going on 15 months, but when I first started, there's some videos on there. I think, well, that was quite good, really. So it's worth going back in time and having a look. There's a lot of stuff that I've covered there that I've forgotten about, really. And thanks again, Stoic, for that brilliant quote and the donation as well. Beef and chicken. Thanks very much. I have many friends who smoke pot and have never drunk alcohol. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? I bet they're quite chilled as well. John Doe, it's not a problem, Steve. You help people. That's all that matters. Cheers, John. I appreciate that massively. I really do. Yeah, so this could be a good debate, that cannabis versus alcohol. This is mainly alcohol. As far as I'm aware, but as far as personally I'm aware, and I've been through it, alcohol nearly killed me. And it still could. Because it's everywhere now. It's got the power to take your life very quickly. Because, as I mentioned before, there's relapse kindling effect. I'm doing quite a lot of work on that at the moment. This kindling effect seems to be what people suffer from. When they've been off for a while and they relapse, then the symptoms hit you really quickly and must be hit by a train. On a sadder note, I knew a woman who had cancer, breast cancer, and she got secondary breast cancer years and years ago. She was in the police, married to a PC. Fit, she was quite fit, as in physically fit. And she had this cancer, got over it, and then had got secondary. And I was told the secondary cancers come back really quickly, like hit you like a train. And I think that's a bit like relapse. You have a few relapses, and then when you get to a point where your body can't anymore, just bang, that's what happened to me. I have many friends who smoke pot and have never drunk alcohol. Yeah, it's much safer. Ambient guitar music says thanks for everything you do. Thanks, Ambient, for brilliant donation. Super chat. Really appreciate that. It helps the channel grow. It helps the channel keep strong and keeps everything moving and current, and allows me to do videos and to create content and keep on with this. Thanks very much, Good Ambient. Fantastic name, by the way. Thanks for everything you do. I appreciate that. Thank you. We have alcohol available everywhere: grocery stores, independent stores, rest shops. It's true. Even petrol stations. Joe Williams, I think both can have very negative effects. I don't think cannabis, less in particular. Yeah, possibly. Or maybe I have to look at that. Look into that. Beef and chicken's endorsed. Thank you, Ambient. Appreciate that. Yeah, the cannabis alcohol debate will go on, I think. But even going back 20 odd years, cannabis was seen as a street caution then in London, especially, and didn't do anything about it. Because if we nicked everybody that had cannabis, the cells would be full all the time. You know? So there's got to be a bit of common sense with that one, I think. It's like arresting everybody who's on a pint. It's impossible, isn't it? Billy, when I was younger, I saw guys going to the toilet and coming back out sober and full of it. I didn't realise at the time it was cocaine. Never done coke. Thank God, it must be terrible the next day. Coke is massively popular. It's everywhere now. It's always been too expensive for me. I never fancied it anyway. But cocaine, it's rife, isn't it? So God knows what's going to happen to the next generation who's taking that. And vapes as well, you know. There's going to be a lot more problems. I'll tell you that story in a minute about that. Flaming, more boo. Everything in moderation. The only issue is alcohol starts an unstoppable chain reaction in alcoholics. It does. Boo Boo said everything in moderation. The only issue with alcohol starts an unstoppable. Isn't it? It's a good phrase, that unstoppable chain reaction. It's hard to stop it, isn't it? But it's virtually impossible. So I've always believed that relapses get worse mentally as well. I think mentally more so. Stoic, to be fair. Physically, we grow as we grow, or when it's around addiction grows, we learn that our bad choices are not anybody else's but fault of our own. Yeah, we get wiser, don't we? Then again, I didn't stop until I was 57, and that was when I was hospitalised. Well, I did stop. I'd stopped for long periods, but I fell into this trap in 2014 that I couldn't get out of, and that's when the relapse became the kindling. Robert, you help more people than you will ever realise. People who will never be obvious will let you know. Thanks, Robert. The nature of this cruel addiction. Thank you. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate that. Steve, when I relapsed, I used to get withdrawal symptoms when I was actually thinking. My brain was so confused. I had relapsed so many times and detoxed so many times. Permanent brain chemical imbalance. I think I was probably at your level then. Yeah, just felt awful. I didn't enjoy any drinks. I was just having it to try and stand up, to get out of bed, to function a little bit. Richard Bruce, anxiety is your body's way of telling you not to die. Oh, it's a good way of looking at it. I used to get anxiety just thinking about things, though. It's just bizarre, isn't it? And I used to worry about things all the time. What if? And I still get a police pension. I think, what if I run out of money? How am I going to run out of money? You know, the crazy thing. What happens if something happens to my daughter? She was only 20 odd at the time. What's all that about? I haven't said that for whatever. But what is all that about? You get anxious over things which, when I look back, now I just dismiss with this hot second thought. What happens if my teeth fall out? What the hell's all that about? Has anybody else had dreams about your teeth falling out? I used to have that when I was drinking. The teeth would fall out. And I wake up and think, oh, I've got new teeth. Very bizarre. Mad, isn't it? Steve, you get anxious over the little things and the main things you don't give a damn about. Yeah, well, you don't give a damn about your health, do you? But you worry about in case you get a knock at the door. It's crackers. It's a fear of growing old. Is it the teeth thing? I used to have it when I was a teenager. The teeth thing. My teeth are really good. Solid as a rock. Thanks for the tooth loss. Oh, is it really? I don't know. Beef and Chicken, thanks for putting the link in there for the book and the one-to-one. Appreciate that. The coffee links pinned at the top if anyone wants to donate a coffee as well. Or a super chat. There's quite a few super chats coming in tonight. Been really good. Been a lot of people on tonight as well. Beef and chicken's been top job again. 999, I won't make you pronounce catastrophization. What the fuck's that? I've got a lot of comments to read. If I had more time, I'd be able to read it. I'm very busy. That's my excuse. Actually, when I come back to Manchester now, next I'll look you up. John Doe used to do coke. I spent 30,000 on it in 6 months. Jesus. 7 years ago. It's highly addictive. You're always chasing the original high. It's really alcohol. You never get there. Trust me, I don't know what's more death. It's incredible, that. Thanks, Steve. Time for MOTD. Master Day. See you, boo boo. Take care. Catherine, I know this will sound mad, but sometimes I wish I was told not to drink by a doctor, then I would have to stop. I was told many times, but I kept going on, Manchester, what's up? Catastrophization. That's easy. Catastrophes in plural-ish. Excellent. I don't have to worry about the teeth thing. They left me just the last 2 hours. All right. Well, I've got fantastic teeth now. I'm surprised today because I didn't brush them properly for years. And my hair fell out and that's all come back. Just shows you, doesn't it? How if you let your body rest a bit, give it the right stuff, things will repair. And everything will work again. It's incredible, really. Even my digestive system doesn't work. Do you know someone? I've got a mate. Well, he's not a mate. He doesn't like me anymore since I got sober. He's been married 5 times. He's crackers. Rains, Banyan, good night, guys and girls. See you soon. Thanks, Alex, for your input tonight. We'll keep going a little bit longer if he wants to. Right, alcohol. Is exercise good for you? Of course it is, but you've got to take it easy. When you get out of prison, as it were, from alcohol, you can't just go straight in and start lifting heavy weights. You've got to take it easy. You've got to be sensible. And I think that's when we learn the moderation thing, isn't it? Nicotine and cocaine and alcohol mixed is a potentially lethal combo. It creates something in the body, puts some at risk of sudden death. Years ago, I did some training in addiction. Samantha, good night. Nice to see you on here again. Another regular supporter. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. And you have a good week next week. Hope everything's looking good for you. Jason, evening. Steve, how are you doing, Jason? I can't even pronounce that, Nicky. Good night, Steve, and everyone. Thanks a lot for these. Yeah, let's me wrap it up, I think. We've done about an hour and a half. Thanks to everybody for coming. And we'll do the same tomorrow. Thanks for all the support. Both in information, the jokes, the bits and bobs, the super chats and the coffees. Fantastic. Worst professions for alcoholism? Apparently construction and hotel staff. These are hospitality, and construction is the worst. So they say, but I don't put those figures together. We're done. Cheerio, and let's say good night to everybody, and we'll reconvene tomorrow. Have a good Sunday. I'll just check the weather for you all and see what it's looking like. We still every night we have a weather check, don't we? Because it's important. The world's ruled by weather, isn't it? Makes a massive difference to your life, Tomorrow is going to be pretty good. London 22, 25, Newcastle 22, Brighton 24. Good day tomorrow. Good day. Keep sober, keep healthy. Civil servant, okay. Never mix cocaine and alcohol. No, certainly not. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Any questions you've got, then send me a little note, and we shall speak very soon. And thanks again for being here. Thanks for everything you do. Right, cheers, Con, and thanks to all of you. And let's say good night. If I could put emoji in it. Good night, Steve. Great chat as usual. Take care, everyone, especially those who are struggling. Yeah, a good little footnote of that. Anybody struggling, take it easy. Contact me on the number or in any of the and even change to put the links on there. Contact me via the links on there. and see what I can do for you. But make sure that you get a good night's sleep if you can. And good night, Leslie, and keep in touch. And don't run off alone because we're here to help. Okay. See you later. Take it easy.